I was hooked on painting from day one because I had this incredible fire inside of me because I quickly understood that I was going to be able to express myself this way. I had so many built up emotions in me over the years that I had so much that I wanted to express. But every time I tried to paint, I just couldn't translate all those emotions into my paintings, at least not in the way I wanted to. I would look at all the artists that I admired and I would think, wow, how do they make it look so easy? And why can't I do that? Honestly. And that made me feel like a failure. So I kept thinking that maybe I wasn't talented enough, maybe I wasn't cut out for this. And I just spent so much time doubting myself, and not only doubting myself, but putting myself down as well. It was incredibly frustrating. Yeah, I was taking courses and I was getting bits and pieces here and there, but nothing that really lifted my art beyond the basics. Sure, everybody would tell me that I needed more balance in my paintings, but nobody ever took the time to actually explain how I could create a balanced painting. I didn't know it then, but without the tools that I needed, I was unable to express myself in my art. So it actually didn't have anything to do with me being a failure. It just made me feel completely overwhelmed, though, because honestly, I was ready to give up. I was so passionate about painting that I couldn't, though. And then I found the answer that completely turned everything upside down. I found the tools that would help me create a finished painting that I loved with a composition that I loved. It was balanced too. And I was in love. I found the language of art. As soon as I was able to grasp these foundational elements and see how they actually work, everything changed. I felt like somebody had turned a light on inside of me. Suddenly, everything made sense. I can still remember how excited I was. Painting became easier and it became so much more joyful. I found a way to trust myself because the fear of messing up just disappeared. Now I knew that I had tools that I could lean on, tools that would get me through the hard parts of my paintings. The frustration that I used to feel turned into challenges, and I felt more free to express myself than I had ever felt before. And that's why I am so incredibly passionate about sharing all of this with you. If you're stuck, frustrated, and feel like you can't create the art that you want to create, trust me, I have been there. And I want you to know that there's a way out. There are a few things that you can actually implement into your art that are really easy to understand and to use that will give you a bigger boost with your art than you had ever imagined. That's why I have put together a free 3-day mini course called the Clarity Workshop. It starts on Monday, August 11th. And during the week this mini course lasts, I will share the things that I wish someone had shared with me way sooner. Simple, practical tips for building paintings that actually have impact without overthinking every single move or losing your voice in the process. I genuinely believe that what you'll learn during this workshop will create big changes in your art if you're just willing to apply what you learn. So use the link in the description and sign up. I'm excited that you're here and I really hope that you have time to join me because I really, really do understand how tough it can be. And I hope what I have to share helps you find your voice the way it did for me. Your art matters, your voice matters, and the world needs to see what you have to express. So don't give up on yourself. Take that next step and join me for the workshop. Because when you finally unlock your artistic potential, and trust me, you will, it is going to be absolutely incredible. Keep going because you've got this and because you and your art are worth fighting for.